But the people believed not the words of the prophets, but they cast them out, and some of them they cast into pits, and left them to perish. And it came to pass that they did all these things according to the commandment of the king Heth. And it came to pass that there began to be a great dearth upon the land, and the inhabitants began to be destroyed exceedingly fast because of the dearth, for there was no rain upon the face of the earth. And there came forth poisonous serpents also upon the face of the land, and did poison many people. And it came to pass that their flocks began to flee before the poisonous serpents towards the land southward, which was called by the Nephites Zarahemla. And it came to pass that there were many of them which did perish by the way. Nevertheless, there were some which fled into the land southward. And it came to pass that the Lord did cause the serpents that they should pursue them no more, but that they should hedge up the way that the people could not pass, that whoso should attempt to pass might fall by the poisonous serpents. And it came to pass that the people did follow the course of the beasts, and did devour the carcasses of them which fell by the way, until they had devoured them all. Now when the people saw that they must perish, they began to repent of their iniquities, and cry unto the Lord. And it came to pass that when they had humbled themselves sufficiently before the Lord, he did send rain upon the face of the earth, and the people began to revive again. And there began to be fruit in the north countries, and in all the countries round about. And the Lord did show forth his power unto them in preserving them from famine. Ether, chapter 10. One king succeeds another. Some of the kings are righteous, others are wicked. When righteousness prevails, the people are blessed and prosper by the Lord. And it came to pass that Shez, who was a descendant of Heth, for Heth had perished by the famine, and all his household save it were Shez. Therefore Shez began to build up again a broken people. And it came to pass that Shez did remember the destruction of his fathers, and he did build up a righteous kingdom, for he remembered what the Lord had done in bringing Jared and his brother across the deep. And he did walk in the ways of the Lord, and he begat sons and daughters. And his eldest son, whose name was Shez, did rebel against him. Nevertheless, Shez was smitten by the hand of a robber, because of his exceeding riches, which brought peace again unto his father. And it came to pass that his father did build up many cities upon the face of the land, and the people began again to spread over all the face of the land. And Shez did live to an exceeding old age, and he begat Riplakesh. And he died, and Riplakesh reigned in his stead. And it came to pass that Riplakesh did not do that which was right in the sight of the Lord, for he did have many wives and concubines, and did lay that upon the men's shoulders which was grievous to be borne. Yea, he did tax them with heavy taxes, and with the taxes he did build up many spacious buildings. And he did erect him an exceedingly beautiful throne, and he did build many prisons. And whoso would not be subject unto taxes he did cast into prison. And whoso was not able to pay taxes he did cast into prison. And he did cause that they should labor continually for their support. And whoso refused to labor he did cause to be put to death. Wherefore he did obtain all his fine work, yea, even his fine gold he did cause to be refined in prison, and all manner of fine workmanship he did cause to be wrought in prison. And it came to pass that he did afflict the people with his whoredoms and abominations. And when he had reigned for the space of 42 years, the people did rise up in rebellion against him, and there began to be a war again in the land, insomuch that Riplakesh was killed, and his descendants were driven out of the land. And it came to pass after the space of many years, Morianton, he being a descendant of Riplakesh, gathered together an army of outcasts, and went forth and gave battle unto the people. And he gained power over many cities, and the war became exceedingly sore, and did last for the space of many years. And he did gain power over all the land, and did establish himself king over all the land. And after that he had established himself king, he did ease the burden of the people, by which he did gain favor in the eyes of the people, and they did anoint him to be their king. And he did do justice unto the people, but not unto himself, because of his many whoredoms, wherefore he was cut off from the presence of the Lord. And it came to pass that Morianton built up many cities, and the people became exceedingly rich under his reign, both in buildings and in gold and in silver. and in raising grain, and in flocks and herds, and such things which had been restored unto them.